Hey y'all, well, we are finally in the new year. Was it last year just thrilling? I mean, don't we all just want to go back and completely relive that? I mean, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful to have the last year behind me and to be able to start fresh. I know a lot of people are probably going to be working on like their resolutions and their goals. Just a couple of goals I made for myself for this upcoming year is, first and foremost, I want the Lord to be a top priority in my life. I have gone to church many, many times before, but since I moved up here to Greenville, I've really gotten away from it because there's just been so much chaos, change, moving on the weekends. I've been sick a couple of times, and so, I mean, yes, technically they're excuses, but there was like truly a lot happening. So, but now that I moved, I really don't have any excuses. I need to go back to church. It's good for my soul. It helps give me hope and helps motivate me not only to make these videos, but just to have a better mental health state and to have a different perspective at work with how I'm looking at it. Which leads me into the second thing I'm going to be working on this year is being incredibly thankful for what I have, for simplicity, not needing so much, not judging, not envying, not panicking, just knowing that I'm okay, that I'm safe, that I have somewhere to live, and slowly, gradually, I'll figure it out. I'll build a plan. I'll think about what I want to do career-wise, education-wise, but y'all, it's so difficult, if not impossible, to figure that stuff out quickly. Those are big questions you have to ask yourself. I think it's very wise to take time with questions like that, like where you want to go with your life, who you want to potentially date or end up with, what you want to settle for, and what is absolutely not going to be welcome in your life anymore. I've always been pro like keeping a small circle of friends, people that you can trust and love and depend on. I'm not saying you can't have a big circle of friends like that, but most of us are just not that level of lucky enough, I guess, to find 20 or 30 people that are that genuine, that trustworthy. And to be honest with you, I couldn't keep up with that many. I am very thankful for the ones that I do have. I do try to invest in them, check on them, talk to them, and I'm talking about maybe like a top 5 people that they know who they are. I mean, I don't have to list them out because we know who each other is in our lives. And I also cherish the people that choose to watch my videos on here, support me on Instagram, that have followed me, especially people that have followed me for a very long time and kept up with me. I think that's amazing, and I truly do appreciate your soul. So thank you for that. But yeah, I think honestly those are my 2 top ones, to really focus on going to church, my relationship with the Lord, prioritize it, turn off my phone, and read some scripture, do some meditating, think about what I'm doing, and also to be thankful for what I have in my life and give myself grace for everything that I've been through, allow myself to rest, allow my mind to rest, because like I'm a fast talker, a fast thinker. I overthink everything. I'm always like, what if the answers don't come? What if I am stuck in this position right here where I am in my life? Now, something I'm just thinking about and something for you to think about is like 5 years ago, were you right here? Nothing new has happened to you in 5 years. Like, even if we want to hold still and not change anything, whether that's our worst fear or not, either we grow as people and we become more empowered and stronger, or we, I guess, kind of digress. Is that a word? Does it sound like, you ever say a word and you're like, am I saying it? I think I am. But we like backtrack. Maybe we make some mistakes and we go back into relationships that aren't healthy, or you know what I'm talking about. But then you learn from those, so you can still empower yourself and pull through that and still get a couple of steps ahead even when that has happened to you. So we do change. these are seasons. I'm not going to be here in 5 years. I don't think I'm going to be easily in 5 years in this area of South Carolina. I would like to go back home to Charleston at some point. I would like to own a small piece of property. I would like to live closer to my friends. I would, I want to say, like, I would like to see the ocean again. I've grown up next to the ocean, y'all. I have been spoiled in that way. This past time I moved up here to the Greenville, South Carolina area, I have not really missed the ocean. I might just be because so much is going on that hadn't really had a chance to think about the ocean. But there is something peaceful about living near the water. But more so than that, my church is there, my friends are there, and I really feel like it's not necessarily about the place that you live. It's not about the area. It's about, the community, your circle, who you have around you, how you choose to structure your life, what job you have. That affects everything. Also, too, like, it does a little bit have to do with the area, because either there's kind of the city or the country. There's not too much in between from where I've lived. And so if you're in the country, though it's beautiful, it is so quiet. And I remember I could see the stars when I lived in the country, and it was so peaceful. So huge benefit to living in the country, don't get me wrong. But also too, you're not near anything. So if you got to go to Walmart, you got to do a 30 to 45 minute drive, maybe longer from where you live. If you need to take the trash out, it's not just right outside your door. You got to put it in your car and drive it to a trash dump. So, like, there was, like, so many different things about living in the country versus living in the city, that we're just used to having these commodities that are all around us, and we just take it for granted until it's not there anymore. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm used to having this, I don't have it anymore. But both have their strengths and whatnot. So I do think I'm more of a city girl. I was, like, born and raised near a city. I respect the country life. I love to photograph it. I love to drive through it. It is beautiful. I once dated somebody that lived in the country. I love the animals of the country, but I do like to go to Starbucks across the street. I do like to drive 10 minutes down the road and go to Walmart if I need to. It just kind of is what it is about me. So there's that. But tell me what your New Year's resolutions are. I would love to hear. I did try to get a gym membership the other day. I went to the gym, and with Planet Fitness, at least here in my area, they told me that they no longer do gym memberships at the actual facility. You have to do it through the app. You have to sign up through the app, and then you bring your phone, I guess, to sign in there. I'm just thinking, this world is getting more and more technical. How are older people doing this? Like, it's even challenging for me. I'm like, why can't I just have something in writing saying I want to join the gym and have it done? But no, everything's digital. So I guess the guys up front, the guy that was, like, up front at the desk, I kid you not, he was eating like a sandwich or something. It was in his mouth when I walked up to talk to him. And I guess that's because he does not do gym memberships. He literally stands there and lets people scan in. So he was like, I'm sorry, I'm eating right now. And I'm just like, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, these days, sorry, my eyes are, I'm like tired. These days, with the way that customer service is going, nothing surprises me. There was a man the other day at a fast food restaurant that opened the window for me to pay, and he was on the cell phone. He just on his cell phone, talking away while I took my money. I think he got off, I don't know, but, and then I'll go to, like, a gas station and see somebody, and they'll just be like, not even make eye contact, and, literally look mean, look angry that I'm there for gas, paying with cash, show that they have to work. And this is not people in those types of jobs. These are the people that I encountered at the jobs. Listen, there are amazing people everywhere. I have worked these types of jobs. I mean, there really are. But the quality of people that I'm coming across, and I know I sound judgmental, but yes, I sound judgmental on this topic because I'm a customer. And if I'm coming to you, I'm there for a service, and if you come across as like rude, or you want to be doing something different, or especially that you're like upset or angry or coming across really cold to me, that doesn't give me a good experience at your job. Or I don't know, like, at least try to smile, try to be friendly. I know it's hard. I know these jobs suck. You might have been working the past like 15 days in a row. I feel all of that. I have done it. I know. But not impressed. But at Starbucks, listen, my home base, Starbucks, people always are very friendly. Granted, they get tips. I usually tip when I go to Starbucks. Very rare that I don't. And it probably helps that they get like that gratuity, or they get like thanked for, you know, how they are. But at the same time, look at Chick-fil-A. Look at how amazing usually people are at Chick-fil-A. I can't say I've ever gone to that establishment and had a bad experience. Now, maybe they trade the crap out of their people, probably, but whatever they're doing it right. I don't go there anymore because I'm vegetarian, but I remember back when I wasn't, it was just like, they were just like happy to be there, or they came across that way, and it gave me, you know, a better experience. So anyway, I'm turning this video into something that has nothing to do with it. But that's the joy of being in a car and not really editing anything, and just talking with you and sharing about my life and relationships and stuff like that, and goals. As far as relationships go, I am no longer on Bumble. Just to update about that, I decided to completely cancel that and to cancel my subscription. I had it for a couple of days. I paid a ridiculous amount for it. It was like $60. Well, that included tax, but it was for 1 month. For 1 month for the premium on Bumble. But I wanted to try it. I just wanted to try it. Stupid money spent, I agree. But I learned, so that is valuable. I didn't like number one, I don't think I'm ready for all that. I can't say I will be ready for all of what I was reading and seeing on there. I don't know if that's my kind of app. I know that a lot of people probably enjoy that app. They like swiping. They like the whole, like, let's check back and see if anybody liked me on there. But for me, I felt like it kind of affected just, I don't know. It didn't make me feel good about myself, basically. Because, you know, if I did swipe right on somebody and I did say, like, hey, like, you know, I think you're attractive or whatever. That's what you're saying by swiping on them. You don't necessarily get a swipe back. And so you're just kind of like, was I not enough? Or, you know, all this stuff starts going through your head. And I'm just like, no, this is no for me right now. Maybe at a different time I'll revisit that. I've also heard that Facebook dating is like free, and somebody like told me about that. But I don't have Facebook anymore, and probably you have to join Facebook to do the dating app, but I don't know. I'm just like, you know what I want to do? I want to go back to work, because I'm still on Christmas break till tomorrow. So it's been so nice having that week off. So nice. Go back to work tomorrow. I want to get a gym membership. I want to continue to organize my room. I want to make a trip back to Charleston sooner than later. I want to give it some time. Because even though I feel so lonely, and even though when you break up, you finally are like, oh, I'm free, I can do whatever I want to do. And listen, y'all, when you have been in a relationship in which you have been so lonely for so long, a lot of people probably think when you first break up with somebody that the problem started recently. And for me, it was literally probably more than a year ago that I started struggling in my relationship. And physically, emotionally, all of it, just being unhappy and being unsuccessful with communicating. I don't know if that would be the way to put that. Like, I did communicate my needs. I did communicate what I wasn't getting and what I needed to have a happy relationship. I had many conversations like that. So I can't say, you know, I was unsuccessful at communicating, but it was unsuccessful at being absorbed by my ex-boyfriend, because he was never really able to take any of that seriously. I feel like he avoided it. What did I just say? he avoided it. He didn't implement anything to make it better. He didn't try to do different things. Just kind of let me say it and then went on about his day like nothing had ever occurred. So it was that and a lot of other things. And it's just not what I wanted. So maybe I will just end up being single forever with a bunch of cats and dogs one day. So that might be a thing, but it's too far in advance. I'm not in a place where I could decide what's going to happen. And just like I said in the beginning of this video, we don't know where we're going to be in 5 years. We don't know what season it's going to be. We don't know what's going to be happening or what opportunities are going to be brought before us, where we're going to be living, who's going to be in our life, who's going to be taken from our life and added to our life. Both of those. We don't know like the intensity of our faith and the like strength that will give us. So sometimes I feel like we're just in a season of kind of weakness, and we just forget what we are capable of when we have faith and the Lord as a priority in our life. And again, that is one of my top resolutions this year, is to bring that back. So I'm going to probably end this video. It is 16 minutes long. I think I'm going to drive over to the DMV and see if I could do a change of address. That would be great if I could get that done before I go back to work. Don't know if they're open today, but I'm going to check that out. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I didn't really know if this was going to be a thing where people were going to listen to this. I didn't know if I could help others, and I have had some friends just really like motivate me and tell me, you know, that I do have the potential to help other people, that there are, you know, and I say women because I am a woman, I'm speaking from a woman's perspective, but I know men and women in different ways can be trapped, I'm sure, in a relationship. And because we're all people, we're all capable of getting ourselves like caught up in something that's toxic and unhealthy. But I'm just gonna say women again because, you know, that's who I'm speaking, like who I am. That women are trapped in these relationships and that they are losing hope, that they feel like they can't get out, that they don't know how to get out, that they just are settling and deciding to be quiet and what am I trying to say? Just not introverted, but isolated. Isolated is the word. Isolated within their homes, within their bodies, within their hearts. They're silenced because they're scared. And I know what all of that feels like. And I also know there's another side to it. And I know I have made it out to the other side at least 3 times. At least 3 times. And I think that's why I moved quicker in this situation, why I implemented all of my counseling that I've had over the past 5 years to lean into, to give me strength to get out of this. But even with all that being said, I told myself I was never going to get involved and caught up in a toxic relationship again after my ex-husband. And lo and behold, here we are. So I don't know what it is about that. We can say that till the cows come home, but listen, you can't predict what another person is going to tell you, how it is going to affect your mind, how your personality is going to fight, sometimes just automatically for someone you love, and how you don't want to back out on it. You have integrity, you have character, you want a relationship so bad, so you stay. And I would love to say I would never stay again, and I would never do any of that again. But I think that that's something that kind of makes a lot of us beautiful, is that we refuse to give up. We're fighters. We want to help. We're caretakers. We want to be loved and cherished and appreciated. And we think if we just try to normalize our situation, if we just try to make it look a certain way on social media, if we just implement counseling and advice and talks and communication, we can fix everything. And there has to be a way to fix it. That's always what goes through my mind. And unfortunately, sometimes we just don't find date partners that think the same way. So while we're doing all of that and we're exhausting ourselves and we're beyond exhausted, there's dust in our cup. We have nothing left because we've given it all to them. They just keep on receiving and not giving back, not caring, not being empathetic, not seeing a future with us, pretty much in so many ways using us for whatever benefit they're getting, and not investing in the person that they love, that they told that they loved. Forgive yourself for staying. Forgive yourself for feeling like you made some stupid choices and you didn't get out when you could have. It's addicting to love a person sometimes. It really is. It's addicting to love them, and it's addicting to leave them. And it was very, very difficult for me this time. And it took a lot of thought. And even when I started thinking about it, that was months ago. Months ago. Not now. Not last week. Just because I implemented and I did all this stuff and I got out, that's when I moved. That's when I reacted. That's when I woke up and I said, not another day. I am done with it. We have one life to live, and please, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, please value yourself. Value what you bring to the table, because you do. You are strong. You do have potential. You do have characteristics that you may not even realize. You may be like, oh, this is just basic. This is nothing. That helps the person next to you. You might just advise somebody about something you went through or a story that you think is like completely not that interesting, and you may save their life. Truly, you may save their life with that story. You don't know what they were thinking. You don't know what they were about to go do with the rest of their day or their life or their decisions. So remember that. Value yourself, cherish yourself, and know that it's okay to say this is enough. I am ready to step away. All right, y'all, take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you back here soon on my channel. Bye.